Well. Good morning, y'all. It is the 23rd of January. See, this month's almost over. You blink and you miss a day. You miss a week. It's currently 29 degrees in West Central Texas. And, I think it's supposed to get up to 49. But, of course, the wind chill with the wind, depending on how fast the wind is, will be different. So, let's get this thing started. Let's start off with a song called Get a Load of This. Some of y'all probably thought there was words in that song, huh? Yeah, well, you know what? Good morning. Yeah, it's that time again. It's the morning show. And just let you know, it's still chilly in a lot of parts of the world, especially the U.S. And I got future updates for the weather too. You don't want to miss that. So let me say good morning, everybody, first. Good morning, Miss Lady D, or Mrs. Lady D. Hope you're staying warm. Be Charmin, good morning. I hope you're staying warm too. Yeah, Kevin, Mr. Kevin Hawthorne, good morning. Hope you're warm. And of course, cooking with Mike B. Or is he still fasting? We don't know. We'll find out here in a little bit. But good morning, Mike. Hopefully it's warmed up to at least a brisky, something over the negative number. And let's see what else. B. Turner says, yes, he's toasty. Thanks. Well, I hope you're toasty. Toast does sound good right now. Toast. I can't say nothing. I had, let's see, what did I have for breakfast? Oh, I had potato and chorizo tacos. I made some this morning. I actually got motivated. You know, my back is still killing me. So let's see. Some recalls, but I'm not going to hit them. Oh, Mike B says it's 9 degrees. Lady D says 20. It should get up to 29. Again, she ordered groceries. Okay. See how you are. Haven't even gone out yet. Well, I had to go take care of my son's animals, and while I was out, I stopped in Dollar General, and a little more pricier, but I still went there and I bought me a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper. So, yeah, I paid a little bit more, but hey, it was on the way home, and I said, I'll pull in there. Beats going to the big grocery store, fighting the parking lot and the people traffic and all the fools, and yeah. Ooh, French toast with maple syrup on Saturday. You heard that, people. Wake up early. Show up to Lady D's house. Don't tell her you're coming. Just knock on the door bright and early. And go, hey, where's my French toast? The Lady D says Mike B needs a Dr. Pepper endorsement check. Yeah. But I don't know. Rumor has it from the last 10 TV show I watched that he switched over to Sprite. Well, I don't know if that's true or not. Don't put it in the comments there or in the chat, Mike. We'll get you up here and we'll put the spotlight on you like the cops do with the suspect, and we'll come down to the bottom of that one. You know, Craig Bean might have just been delusional with all the cold, and the snow he was going through. Beach Army says 40 feels like 3 or 30. Low tonight 31. Oh, yeah. So I'm just doing this because, as usual, I haven't sent my invitations out, and I was going to do a short video on what certain people that used to be in the morning show are doing right now, but I'll give you a hint. Heads on the pillow underneath the blankets, and they're probably sleeping. So I don't know. We'll see them again eventually. It just depends on when they got time, no appointments, and yeah. This 9 o'clock Central, I guess, is too early for them in the mornings. I don't know. So, oh yeah, that's what I was doing. Sending out the invite. And where's the link? Yeah, if I ever used AI, I'd probably do it just to do my invitations for the show. And that's the only thing I would do. But again, I wouldn't do that because I'd have to ask permission to make sure that the people that get the invitations want AI to have that information, because we don't know what AI would do that with that information. Kevin Hawthorne's reporting some people drove from Miami, Florida to the Panhandle to see the snow. I believe it. Yeah, but yeah, here's one very interesting fact. As of yesterday, all 50 states of the United States has had snow this winter already. It's even worse is Houston had, oh no, was it Houston? No, it was Louisiana. I believe it was New Orleans had more snow than Alaska's had so far this year. So, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know what the totals are for Florida as of yet, but I'm pretty sure from the pictures. Yep. So, before I do find the recalls and stuff like I normally do, I'm going to hit the number one headline. Immigration. You know they're going to attack it. You know they're throwing lawsuits. Yep, and they're still doing it. But now, let's see, was it in Brooklyn? Migrants were getting kicked out of a migrant center because they're closing it down. And yeah, people were throwing a fit. And it was mostly the supporters of the, local food areas, the clothing areas, and all that complaining about it, trying to get in the cops' faces. If you haven't seen that, check out mainstream media. They probably have some good ones. I'm still waiting for Sky News to come out with one because I'm pretty sure they're going to have a real good one on that. But yeah. But I don't feel sorry for any of those migrants getting kicked out because most of those are actually illegals. They actually weren't supposed to be there anymore. They're supposed to have been out of the country, and they failed to go to their court appearances to claim asylum. So, yeah. And if you look at the videos, there was no migrants with kids being put into buses. It was just all adults. Quite a few, but I would say probably about anywhere from 75 to 80% of them were military-age males from other countries. Yeah, we've been saying it. But as far as the immigration thing going on, yeah, ICE did raids. Yeah, they did raids. Yeah, and they caught quite a few people in quite a few cities. I think they've had over 300 and I want to say 60 or 380 apprehensions in one evening only. And don't get me wrong, these aren't just people that are illegal. These are the ones that have been ordered to leave the country and hadn't, and most of them are violent criminals. that the cops have been keeping an eye on, waiting to freaking pounce on them. And while that's going on, yeah, let's see. The military has deployed more troops to the southern border. So, yeah, they won't be doing the process of apprehending people, but they will detain them and let ICE take care of the problem. And be forewarned, cartels, I'm just saying it because that's where it's coming from, is mainstream media. The active duty military is deploying like they would go to any hot region in the world. So if you want to take a pop shot at anybody, they're going to respond in full effect like they would in a hostile zone. Yeah. Mexico still has not responded since as of yesterday on what's going on, but they really have no footing to stand on because they're letting the cartels run rampant. They're allowing all these people from all these countries crossing their border, and we warned them, and they just blew it off. They tried threatening us, saying we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to pay for this. Now we'll just cut off the water because they owe Texas quite a bit of water, money for the water that they've been getting from us, and yeah, we just cut that off till they pay us, and then we'll stop getting their produce because there's really nothing we need to buy from them. We grow it here in our own country. You know, Mr. T could do a mandate that before you could sell it at a higher price to all other countries and all that, you have to sell it at the lowest price to America. And that's how we'll defeat the Mexican Canadian problems that we have on immigration. Well, here he is. Okay, let me turn on the dome light. No, you can't have your glasses on, Mike. I know you can hear me backstage. Take your sunglasses off. You're going to get the full effect of interrogation. Good morning, Mike B. How you doing?
Morning, Trust. I'm doing all right. How's everyone doing in chat? Hope you're all staying warm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely staying warm. I haven't left the house this morning. I don't plan to till I go take care of the doggies. So, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna get straight to the facts because this happened the other night, Tuesday night. Matter of fact, Craig B said that you converted from Dr Pepper to Sprite. How true is that fact?
yeah, 100%. I've been on a spray kick the last week. I have been having my Dr. Peppers though too. So
Well, he said that you're doing the clear Sprite because of your cleansing.
no, it's just he said that because it probably had to do with my 5 day fast I was on because it was clear liquid. It didn't have nothing in it. That's what I think he meant.
No, okay. Well, I just want to clarify because that's not exactly what he said. He might have implied it, but he didn't use those exact words. So that's why I got you here and I'm interrogating you. I want the people to know the facts, just the facts.
Yeah, I've been drinking Sprite. Been on a Sprite kick. I've been drinking my Dr. Pepper. The only time I had to go out this morning is I had to go down and put the trash out. Oh, ooh, burr. Getting tired
Yeah,
of this cold weather.
yeah. And Lady D, I guess Mike cannot get a Dr. Pepper endorsement deal because he just threw Dr. Pepper under the bus for the Sprite this past week. Yeah, consequences for things you do, you know. So, hey, it could be worse. You could be living in Georgia and on food stamps and just got notified that you're losing your food stamps. People in
What
Georgia and 3 counties are pissed. And these are single adults, able bodied to work, and they have no dependents. They've lost all their food stamp privileges.
is
And it's
there?
going to spread. They're investigating the ones that do have dependents, you know, and if they're able bodied and they're not working, it's like, well, you live with your mom. Why can't your mom watch the kids if she's not working? Stuff like that. Yeah, it's about time they start cracking down on some of this stuff. You know.
Oh, so it's just the ones that they're able-bodied and they can work. It's not the ones that are disabled and need the stuff.
Yeah, it's just able body. That's they're going. They're cutting off their no dependents, able body. Those are the two requirements. They don't want to
Okay.
hear excuses like, "Well, I can't get a job." Well, you know what? Yeah, you can go be a Walmart door greeter. They haven't had them in a while, I hear. So
Yeah, I heard going around in this area here. There's been a lot of fraudulent activity with the EBT cards and that. Heard that
yeah,
a couple days ago.
yeah. But Georgia's one of the first states. Well, three of the counties in the state are freaking cracking down, and I don't blame them. I do not blame them because that's taking money away from the people that really do need it. I mean, and there's a YouTuber. I just found her this morning, and I got a little bit more load from the things in Georgia because she lives in Georgia. But until she answers me back, I get permission to use her channel or her name and endorse her. Then I'm not going to. I'm starting to do that when I endorse people. Unless I've endorsed you in the past, told people go check out your channel. I'm not going to ask at that point. But all new ones, I am doing that too. It's a criteria thing. Because you just never know. If you've never really talked to them or met them, you just never know. People are getting weird. You know how weird they're getting, Mike?
How weird are they getting?
All right. Late last night, about 9 o'clock, dispatchers in San Antonio received a call for assistance from a person claiming that they're going to commit suicide. Police responded. The first units arrived. First officer walked up to the door to try to talk to the guy. He gets shot. By the end of
Oh,
this morning, 7 cops have been shot and are in the hospital. Yeah, that's how weird people are going. They're crying for help just so they can freaking hurt other people.
did they take care of the guy?
I believe they apprehended him. Yeah, holy cow. 7 cops had to get injured in order to try to help somebody. And they all went over there not expecting it, even though they should expect it in a way. But then again, you're more worried about the mental capacity of the individual. You're not worried about getting shot at the time. But after the first couple, yeah. This did happen in an apartment complex that was really heavily crowded, and he was not on the first floor. So he did have the aerial view of the parking lot and everything else where the cops were. So that's how some of the cops accidentally, well, I won't say accidentally, were were actually shot because he had the view. Yeah,
And the sad thing is that's going to really mess with the people that really need the help. That the cops are going to go there. They're going to be hesitant. Yeah,
yeah. Oh, believe me, and that has to put a strain. Even though it's only 7 cops that got injured, there was a lot more cops there to quarantine and evacuate people and all that. And that took a lot of resources for a city of 2 million people. So you got to think about it. Other things were going on that they had to wait for a response. So if you're one of those, you hear this or anything else, don't be mad at the cops. You know, I've been in calls where officer needs assistance. Yeah, we got there. We didn't care about anything else. We dropped everything, went over there first. So, that takes a priority because they're the ones on the front line taking care of all the public. You got to put them there. If you lose a cop, it takes a long time to replace another cop. Even because they get a badge and they become a rookie and they get on the streets, they still don't have the experience to go solo or to be able to handle a lot of things. So it takes years after becoming a rookie to actually be a
yeah,
cop where you actually help the public a lot.
yeah, because they got to go through the process of going with their TO and learning all the ropes and get more experience.
You know, Beach Army has a right. Cops are your friends. Remember that. Yep. And some people might not agree with that, but you know what? Get over it. You may have a bad image of cops, but yeah. I come from a cop family. I come from a medical family. My mom was a sheriff deputy for Bear County. So, she had to start off at driving the drunk van every weekend. So she really hated that. She had to deal with all the drunks that take them to jail.
It's like that
So,
that show The Rookie when Officer Tim he trained Lucy in that, and then he ended up training this other lady, and she went up to him and said, "How come you're being so nice to her, and when you trained me?" you put me through the ringer. And he says, well, you came into here thinking the world is a beautiful place and everybody's nice and everything. He had to show her the world's a scary place. And the other lady he was training, she was a breacher overseas in the military. And he says, all she sees is a scary place. And he has to train her to not see everything as a scary thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a Hollywood movie, people. You can't move like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix to avoid the bullets. You're going to get hit. Good thing was all 7 officers that did get shot were wearing their vests, but they still got injured. They still needed medical attention. They were still in the hospital. It's just 7 o'clock this morning. Don't know if any of them got released, but of course I didn't find out if any of them were in critical condition, so they didn't release any of that information at the time.
That's awful.
So I'm starting to glance at the recall stuff. There's not really a lot, and there's a lot more stories coming out, but what do you call it? I think I'm going to get to the weather real quick. So how many in chat? This is going to need chat participation on the weather. How many in chat believe, put a 1 if you believe that winter is on the downslide. Put a 2 if you believe you're going to get hit with a third punch. And then after about 30 seconds, well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what the results are most likely leaning towards. As you can tell, I just look at the numbers and I'll look at the jet stream and all that, and I stopped reporting on specific states except for Texas. And the only reason was there's too many people all scattered around, and everybody wanted detailed, and I can't give detailed for 8 states, and not, I need to know ahead of time and be prepared for it. So let's see. B Charming thinks we're done, and Mike and Lady D think we're going to get a third punch. So 3 people out of 10, so 7 are afraid to answer. They're lurking and too busy, or they're drinking their coffee and eating their bread muffins or whatever they're eating this morning. And good morning, Shift Kicker.
Morning, Shift.
You're awake. I'm glad you're awake. Excuse me. If you'd like to come up, please put a 3 on there. I haven't seen you in a while. I'll be charming at no. It's just it. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to give you the results because they've been over 30 seconds. Hey, good morning, time. Good to see you. Just like Shift Kicker.
Morning, time.
Shift Kicker, you'd like an invite, just put a 3 in chat. If you don't put 1, then I know you're busy or you're doing other things. That's understanding. Tomorrow, we'll see. Maybe I'll do a solo tomorrow, just because of that answer. I'm just joking. Yeah, if you, hey, I understand. That's why I haven't pressured you or bugged you about coming up. I know right now evenings have been easier, only a few, so I can understand with everything going on. I'm just glad you're okay and you're surviving the cold that you went through. Okay, so the answer for the future weather, and I'm talking about February. Yeah, I don't know if what's that freaking groundhog's name? Potsatali Phil or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought he died, so they got somebody else. I don't remember the new groundhog's name, or they just named him Phil 2 or something. But yeah, get ready for the round 3. Dun dun dun. Probably around Groundhog's Day, but it's going to be almost the same kind of repeat as before. Polar vortex comes straight down the middle, all the way down to Texas. Not sure if it's going to come all the way to Mexico yet or not. If it's going to come into Texas and do what it's going to do, then it might as well go all the way to Mexico. Make it miserable for the ones sitting at the border, bitching, complaining, protesting, trying to wait to think they could sneak in, because they're not going to be able to. Shift says it's 0 and it feels like -7.
Shift, it was minus 15 degrees here yesterday.
Okay, my question is the 0 and it feels like -7 in the house or is that outside the house? Because as cold as it got up to where Shift Kicker's at, yeah, I could understand why it feels like -7. Some places they're close to like -31. And I'm like, man, you can have the heater on at 70 and it'd feel like 40 in the house. Okay, she says outside. Okay, that clarified it. Thank you, dear. -14. Yeah, -14 was, but -31's a whole lot colder. And then you had the wind chill. Yeah. Ouch. Yep, Monday. Yep, -45. I was watching it. I've been
Oh,
watching
that
all of it. Huh?
-45 winds. Oh, that's cold.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. There's only a couple of places that are colder than Shift Kickers, and that was like Siberia, where all this polar vortex came, and can't remember that one other country. So yeah, Lady D's like, oh come on, but I hear land's getting real cheap with the cold weather, Lady D. I hear you could probably buy like 50 acres for like $10. Just joking, just joking. After this one, people may be wanting to leave Minnesota and be selling their stuff for that cheap just to get that, out of town. Now, actually, I think Antarctica. Well, no, the Arctic Circle is probably warmer than Shift Kicker, but I think Antarctica. You might be right on Antarctica, Tom. But of course, they're still saying that the ice is melting. How's ice melting in negative-degree temperatures? That's all I want to know. It's got to be the sun because there ain't nothing hotter close to the Earth than the sun. And they really think it's fossil fuels? Yeah, they can kiss my freaking ice cubes. That's all I got to say. So, but yeah, Texas is going to warm up in the 40s and 50s, and then we're expecting some rain where all the snow happened in Houston and Southeast Texas, and then move to wherever everywhere else in the Southeast has been getting snow in the cold, and then the third punch is coming in. So hopefully, it's not going to be as bad because the jet stream is moving up a little bit more towards the northern part. So that's bringing more moisture up to the southern states. But that cold front is pushing and it's more powerful than the water being drawn from the south. So we'll see. Hopefully, I'll know more. I got better numbers by next week.
hello, Volper Pedro. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Vopa Pedro. Hopefully, you're hunkered down. Yeah, it's showing 40 degrees right now, but I think they're using the Farmer's Almanac for those temperatures, and they're going to be changing. Yep. So, but I mentioned those freaking hubcap spikes wheels, like
Yeah,
in
on trucks.
yeah. Well, this is to prove the AI is listening whenever we do freaking streams and stuff. Jalop Jalopnik News is JALOPNIK news.com. Their head story is what those spikes on semi truck wheels actually do. Well, they're talking about the ones on the semis. Let's talk about the ones on the FedEx trucks, UPS trucks, U.S. Postal Service, and of course, people that have caddies and stuff like that. They are now doing it. Yeah. Now, some of these suckers extend out past the local laws. So yeah.
The only movies I remember those spikes being in is the first Grease movie and the Mad Max movies.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get to our first recall. Newsweek is reporting cookies recalled nationwide over life-threatening reaction. Not only have they gone after the milk, the eggs, now they're going after our cookies. I'm waiting to see if they even have the name. A brand of cookie has been recalled across the U.S. due to containing almonds without declaring the presence of potentially life-threatening allergen. It's Cassini Chocolate Drops is the brand. Never heard of them, but hey, it's a recall, so I'm announcing it. And I probably tore up the name, but always check the FDA.
Lady D, I haven't seen any of that either, but the thing is, I've been overcast here for about over a week and a half.
I'm still looking. The debate is what's the best age to start collecting Social Security? Minimum 62, and they're trying to think about changing the age to 70 and all this. I say BS. I think that should be on anytime there's a federal election. That's when they need to put it there. Let the people vote. Because why should they? They already take our money again, without us voting for it, and they say, well, you elect the officials. Yeah, but they didn't talk about Social Security the age being raised. So let's see. Independent is reporting Walmart recall on 12,000 cartons of chicken broth has been upgraded by the FDA. So go check out the FDA or go to theindependent.com to find out what's up with Walmart's chicken broth. What and how did they upgrade it? Yeah.
Is it the Great Value chicken broth, or is it the Swanson's chicken broth, or don't they say?
No, they're saying it's Walmart, so it must be great value.
Oh, Great Value.
Yeah. I only get name brand when it comes to food because they're more afraid of getting sued. So let's see. Here's one from It's not a recall, but it should be because there's a lot of guys that need to freaking do this to recall their bodies. Welltica.com is reporting how many squats should a male do based on age and fitness level? I'm going to see. Okay, the age 15 for a beginner, they should do less than 1 rep. Don't know. They're not saying how many is in a rep. Normally it's like 10. Yep, even on the first page doesn't say it. So we'll go there. Oh, wait. Yeah. So we'll say 10. A novice is 9 reps. Here's the bottom line. If they can't do squats and the beginners at age 15, they're not using weights. They're just squatting. If they can't do freaking 10 squats for 1 rep, there's something wrong with them. They're out of shape. Come on, age 15? Really?
Yeah, B, I can't stand autocorrect either. That drives me nuts. You type something in, you send it, you're like, oh, great.
Yeah, I don't see them doing that. But yeah, without weights, yeah. So at age 30, being intermediate without weights doing squats, you should be able to do 57 reps. So that's 570 squats. And notice they don't put the time period. So, I mean, you got all day, all week to do them. I'm pretty sure it's just repetitive until you get them done. At age 35, 57 reps. Age 40, 57 reps. They're not changing it. What the heck? Okay, this is where it changed. Age 45, they're nice. You only have to do 53 reps or 530 squats. This is not using weights, just squatting. My only question before I go to the age brackets, does sitting down and going to the bathroom count as a rep?
Well, technically that is a squat, so
But okay, for age 50, you should be able to do 48 reps. And I'm being nice. I'm not telling you what the advanced or the elite are. I'm just telling you the intermediate. So age 55, 42 reps. Age 60, 36 reps. Notice that it's dropping as you get older. You think you'd have more experience in doing the squats. You should be able to do more. Oh, age 65, 29 reps. Man, that was a drastic drop there. Age 70, 23 reps. Age 75, 18 reps. Yeah, that's pretty wild there. And no, it does not say what the women can do, but hey, women, if you know, if a 15-year-old only has to do one rep, and you're doing two, you're better shape than a 15-year-old is already. Oh, okay. So you have the reps of 5. Okay. Well, Pedro, I must have done at least 50 arm curls in my 5-pound bag of black pepper beef jerky yesterday. Man, you must be buff, Pedro.
yeah, the teriyaki beef jerky and the peppered beef jerky, that stuff's pretty good too.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of that Jack Wings put back.
So if you haven't been watching the news or heard, I guess fires started kicking up again in California because the winds are picking up. But the fire department, the airdrop people have been dropping mess chemical and water on it to keep it from flaring up again. So hopefully they'll keep it contained so they don't have to worry about more fires. And that's all I'm going to talk about the fires because I'm really tired of listening about the cold and the fires. That's all the news media talk about.
I watched a podcast this morning about some of the fires, and they were saying about how these irresponsible people they're flying their drones to get shots of the stuff, and the drones end up hitting those planes that are going in to drop the water and all that stuff.
Yeah. Just look at this. All right. Okay, if you're interested, go to countrygoing.com. They have a list of 18 old school dinners that we want to bring back. I'm going to go ahead and open it up, see if there's got pictures in the list, because, yeah. Maybe I'll mention a couple of them if they actually label them correctly. Tuna noodle casserole. I still make that. So if they're not bringing it back, that's because they're too lazy to make it in the kitchen. It's pretty easy to make.
Yeah, I make that too.
And the one that, Mike B's getting on me because it's been, over a month now? Shepherd's pie. I still make it, so we don't have to bring that one back. And this is a lie here. Mac and cheese. Yeah, these people don't know what they're talking about. They must be going to McDonald's or Whopper, Burger King every day to eat.
Hey, Rainwater.
Now this one I have not made, meatloaf. So yeah, I can mention that one. Even though I will go to a restaurant that has it, and I will eat it there. And Mike, you proved them wrong. What did you have the other day?
The other day.
Yeah, it's baked.
The chicken pot pie.
Yep, that's the next one on the list. Chicken pot pie. They wanted to come back. It never left. What are these people? Where are these people eating at? They must all be in New York where they don't have stoves. I don't know.
Did you see that video of it I put up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a request, some requests in the chat. I gotta post the ingredients of that on my community page because they want to make it. So I gotta do that later.
Yeah, and that's why my videos are taking long because I don't do them. I don't do a live cooking and show how to do everything. I take pictures, put the ingredients and the steps, and it takes a while to edit and all that other stuff. Especially since I don't really like using my phone and I have to fight with my phone and download. Even with the cord, it still takes a little bit of time to download. I think it's because my laptop's ready to die on me again.
Thank you, Lady D. That crust was so crispy. It was perfect. It came out perfect.
Okay, the next one on the list is Salisbury steak. I just had some about 2 months ago. Hey, I've had this one. You know, I've had this one. Chicken and dumplings. Man, I'm eating the old meal as well. I don't know what they're eating.
I actually had that the other day.
Yep.
It was one of my weekend dinners. I did take a video of that. Oh,
Yep.
thanks, Lady D. So you did watch that. Thank you.
Okay, I'm guilty on not making this one because I'm really not proficient on this one, but it's Sunday's roast. I'm really not. Yeah, I'll eat roast and it has got to be juicy and all this other stuff, and mine always comes out too dry. So I don't know what I'm missing a step somewhere. So I won't claim to eat it until I can make it properly. So
Shiv said she'll be back. She's on the phone.
alrighty, I'm glad she got a phone call.
You don't like peas, beecher? Oh, that's right. Yeah, she doesn't like that. You know, I'm gonna put the thing on my community page, the ingredients and that, and you just can leave the peas out if you'd like. No.
Yeah, peas don't really have too much nutritional value, unfortunately. I'll eat them, but I got to put a lot of butter in them or mix them in with a lot of other food. I just don't like their taste by themselves. Okay, the next one I don't have because I really don't like it baked. Baked ham with pineapple. Now I like the pineapple. I just don't like baked ham too much. Oh, okay. You're gonna think these people are high, and I think they're on drugs. They need to be drug tested because I say we need to bring back spaghetti and meatballs. For a while there, all last year, I was having spaghetti once a week. I don't know about y'all, but yeah. And who doesn't like a good pot roast? Man.
Yeah,
These,
especially if you put it in the crock pot.
yeah.
Now here's a little trick for all of you if you have the because I had this issue for years until I figured this out. You have whatever carrots you put in, if you do your homemade carrots or if you do your the pre-bagged ones and you put it in there, cook it all day, they come out crunchy. So what I figured out is I'll put everything in there, the potatoes, the gravy, all that good stuff, and then I'll boil the carrots on the stove. I'll let them cool off. I'll boil them again, and then I'll drain it. Then I'll put the carrots into the crock pot, and they come out nice and yeah.
Yeah. Tom's like, who does have spaghetti? That's crazy. Really? You don't have spaghetti, Tom? I know you got to be joking. But you know, hey, if you don't have spaghetti, I know you're eating beef stroganoff because that's the next one that people need to start eating again. They haven't in a long time. I was like, what the hell? I don't eat beef stroganoff. I got better things. Oh, this one, yeah, this guy's definitely in New York because here in Texas, they're listing chicken fried steak. Now, you know, you can't come to Texas and not go to a restaurant that does not serve chicken fried steak. And if they serve it, yeah, you know, there's a lot of people that make it at home too. I make my own. So, oh, you probably eat this one because you're in the East there, Mike. I'm not ragging on you, but I won't eat it. No, no. Liver and onions. Ah, liver.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I tried liver once, didn't like it, and then somebody, this was in the late 90s, and somebody says, well, they probably cooked it wrong. And I was willing to try it again. Took one bite, no, no. Blech.
Yeah. Now, here's one I never heard of chicken divan, if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Yeah, chicken divan. It's a kind of an Italian dish. It's got cottage cheese. It's got the chicken and the vegetables, and then you do it, put it with the noodles, and you bake it.
Mm. Nope, never heard of it. So,
I haven't
now
made that in
here's
years.
one I would eat. It doesn't look appealing the way they got the picture, but baked cod with lemon butter sauce. It actually sounds good, but you know, we don't get cod very often down here, so we get trout and catfish. Okay, and I know a lot of people are gonna get ew, but I do eat this one, creamed corn.
I like cream corn.
Yeah, I'll mix it in with other things besides just themselves, and yeah, pretty good. Oh, and here's one that yeah, if Lady D ate chicken, she'd probably eat this chicken a la king. I haven't had that in a while. Maybe I'll make that tonight. Ooh, that does sound good.
Yeah, that does over mashed potatoes, bread, or noodles.
Yeah. Well, and that's the list of everything they want to bring back. I think those people need to drug test it.
Now, I have a list of three things I wish they'd bring back. The first one is the
You've never
Campbell's.
heard of chicken a la king? Wow. Mike, take care of Lady D. She's never heard of chicken a la king. Pedro is saying, my son's new favorite is pesto pasta with Parmesan cheese and pistachio crusted chicken. Ooh, that does sound good.
They need to bring back Campbell's vegetable meatball alphabet soup, the Campbell's beef, the homemade beef,
Yeah.
homemade,
Uh,
what's the name of the brain part? Homemade
Back
beef
in the
jerky.
80s and 90s, Lady D, if you went to the grocery store, I've never looked for it in the grocery store because I usually make mine homemade. But what
Yeah,
was that Chinese? What was that company that made all the Chinese food? They'd have a can, and it'd be a big tall can for chicken a la king. So I can't think of any of that.
was it L? I can't. Was it Law? Law?
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
Lawoy, I think.
Yeah, LaChoy. Thank you, B Charmin. She has it. Yeah, they had a can where it had the chicken a la king. Actually, it was two cans because they'd have one on top for some of the stuff, and then the bottom was all the other stuff. Yeah, it looks like a chicken pot pie mix, just out without with the crust and all that. So, but I like the crust of my chicken pot pies. Ooh, you got to have a good crust on there.
You'll remember that Hungry Man TV dinner from back in the day. It had the chicken, the stuffing, the gravy, and then it had the green beans and the cranberry. And then instead of mashed potatoes, it had the this yellow flavored rice. That was good. And can please somebody and trust or anybody in chat explain this to me, okay? When you do buy TV dinners, and I've seen these, I haven't had them. I've had Salisbury steak TV dinners, but this one, it's Salisbury steak and it comes with a side of mac and cheese. Why would you eat mac and cheese with a Salisbury steak? You need to have mashed potatoes with a Salisbury steak.
Yep. Yep. Well, believe me, I agree with you. I'm just scanning through all this because there's a lot. And of course, just still talk about that Krispy Kreme debuting their 9 new flavors. What the hell? Okay, I don't agree with this one, but Newsweek is reporting that NASA spots a giant California lava flow from space. So is one of their volcanoes that has not been active leaking? So I don't know.
The chef says the kids like the mac and cheese better. Yeah, that'd be good for them for the if it was I think it's a single serving TV dinner. Maybe that's probably made for the kids then, because I've seen them in the stores and I've always said that. Why would they have mac and cheese in there?
Yeah.
Hello, Rubbernecker.
Hey, Rubbernecker. Good morning. Good to see you. I'm still waiting for him to. It's about that time. 30 to 90 days later, where they do a massive recall on pumpkin spice. Think about it. All these recalls started after pumpkin spice season started. Dun,
Did you
dun,
know they
dun.
had a Did you know they had, I think it was in 2017 or 2018, they had a pumpkin spice spam and it was exclusively sold online and it sold out in 2 hours. Who wants to buy pumpkin spice spam? Ugh.
Well, I've seen it in the stores over the holidays. I'm like, no, thank you. I wouldn't even buy it to use as a target practice. I think the cans were like 3 something a freaking pop. I'm like, I ain't paying good money for something I'm never gonna eat. I'll find a way to freaking chew on rocks.
And contrary to I can't talk again. Contrary to popular belief, spam does go bad in the cans. I've seen some videos of people opening that up and it end up turning and going bad.
Yeah.
You think something with so much salt it would keep for a long time.
Yeah.
Hello,
Hey,
Jeremy. The
Jeremy the Jester's in here. Well, good
yeah,
morning, Jeremy. How you doing? AZ Animals in the U.S. is reporting the U.S. state with a deer population over 5 million. You want to know which one has 5 million deer? It won't be too hard. I'm pretty sure it's in the South. And I'm going to let you go look at azanimals.com, the U.S. one.
yeah. Didn't a lot of people stop hunting because of that zombie thing going on with them or something?
Yeah. But, I mean, it's pretty easy to tell when you go out hunting. Even before you shoot, if you're using the scope or if they get close, you could tell. So if you do end up having to shoot one here in Texas, you just have to call in the game warden and report it, and they won't use it as one of yours for a tag, because eventually that's what they're doing, is trying to cut them down one way or the other so it doesn't spread. Let's see. And that's it. They're talking about, what I already mentioned about the 50 states having snow. Now they're freaking throwing it up on the news thing. There's so much in the news, but I don't really want to report on a lot of it. Nope, not now. Illinois. Good try there, be Sherman. It's a southern state. That's all I got to say. Jeremy's like, I got 4 chickens and a rooster now. Rooster's name is Pedro. That's a good one, Jeremy. Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah. So, have you watched any movies lately? I know, I'm pretty sure Lady D hasn't watched that movie that you recommended her to watch yet. So,
Yeah, Lady D, have you watched the Tremors movie yet with Kevin Bacon?
and I did look, it was on Tubi TV. So, I don't know. I don't know if, Pedro saying Minnesota has released statements advising people to avoid eating all wild game and fish. Yeah, they're flooded in with a lot of plastic, probably. Jeremy's last movie watched was Civil War. Well, Lady D, you already got the food ready to make this weekend. So all you got to do is pick out the movie and schedule it, and yeah, yeah. Oh, Tom, was it the second Den of Thieves or was it the first one? I like the first one. I haven't seen the second one yet. I don't even know if the second one's out yet or not. It could be. I don't know. I don't pay attention too much about the movie theaters anymore.
Last time I went to a movie theater, it was actually a drive-in. You had to go all the way into New York. That was a 5-hour drive there and a 5-hour drive back, and it was the first Hangover and it was the Dark Knight. It was a double feature.
Ah. Ooh, Beach Charmer's hoping to get some salmon fishing in the spring when she goes to Alaska for her grandson's graduation. Yeah, I heard the populations are getting up there. Ooh, yep, those roasted chickens are good. Never had them from BJ's. We don't have a BJ's here, but I've had them from Sam's Club. So, all
The
right.
Whole
Well,
Foods Warehouse.
yep. Trying to find my video here. It's time for food. Porn with Mike B.
Dinner tonight: sauerkraut with noodles and butter and gravy. I didn't put gravy. I meant to write gravy. Oh, I did write. I put butter twice. And breaded chicken patties with gravy, butter, and a Dr. Pepper. Why did I put butter twice? Oh,
Maybe this to remind you to go to the store and buy some butter. Sounds like
oh
you're
no.
gonna need a lot of butter.
I got a bunch of butter. I can't wait for dinner tomorrow night. I am looking forward to tomorrow night. I really am. And Saturday's dinner too.
Yeah, yeah, Lady D. I didn't renew any of my cards. I just called my sons when they go to Sam's. They always call me. It's like, yeah, I'll go, and I go in as a guest and buy stuff. So free is better. Pedro's like, Mike is buttering us up. Now you got it. Yeah, I can't remember which river. I saw a report. I want to say it was in Washington or Oregon that they had closed off this river with the dams for so long, but now that they removed the dams, the water's been flowing and the salmon are actually moving again. So they're expecting, and they're all heading towards Alaska, of course. So they're all expecting it to be a good harvest this year, just because of them doing away with the dams.
That's not odd, Lady B. Everybody has different food combinations. I'm actually going to make a video later today of cottage cheese, olives, and the other ingredients.
Cottage cheese. Cottage cheese, the one thing you don't need to get at the grocery store. All I got to do is let your milk go bad, and then you get cottage cheese.
And then, yeah, you'll want to use your butter. And if you have any of those spray butter cans, don't use them. That's not real butter. Here's a little trick. What you do is if you want to coat your pan for your oven, you take a couple, depending on how big the pan is, you take a stick of butter or a couple sticks of butter, you melt them in a pan, and you get one of those cook brushes, and then you take that and you coat the whole pan with the cook brush.
I know, Beach, I'm being facetious on it. But it might as well because the texture looks the same. I can't put cottage cheese in my mouth. The texture just looking at it, I'm like, ew. It's like wanting to eat tapioca pudding. Come on now.
I had cottage cheese and macaroni salad this morning and a Dr. Pepper for my breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Shift kickers like Mike. I make and can ghee.
Yeah, I got to look into that. I've heard good things about that. I got to learn how to make that.
Yeah, well, I like jalapenos and cheese, and Shift Kicker doesn't like the hot stuff, so she sticks to the cottage cheese with fruit.
Yeah, you like the one in the pineapple? Because the what is it? I've seen these ads on TV. Because the only cottage cheese we have around here is the regular, the one with chives, the pineapple, and the country style. I've seen ones with the cucumber, and I've seen ones for dill, and a few others that I'd love to try, but I can't find them anywhere around here.
Ooh. Got another musician passed away. I'm trying to see who it is. Oh, Garth Hudson. He was the last surviving member of the highly influential and experimental music group, The Band. Has passed away at age 87. Passed away peacefully in his sleep at his nursing home in Woodstock, New York. So if you know anything about early music, I think me and B were jamming out to him way back in the day. I remember The Band.
Yeah, because I remember Ozzy Osbourne, he was in Black Sabbath, and before the band was called Black Sabbath, it was actually called Earth before they changed it to Black Sabbath.
Yeah. I actually finally saw a story where they actually credit Ozzy for being the co-founder of Black Sabbath before they kicked him out. Because that was the biggest argument after they kicked him out, they said no, he wasn't the co-founder, but he was there the whole freaking time till you kicked him out. And what
It drives
happened?
me.
Black Sabbath went downhill, and Ozzy freaking became a rock god, as they say, in Rolling Stone magazine.
Yeah, it drives me nuts when you talk to people in Crazy Trains on, and you say, "Yeah, oh yeah, listen to Randy rip that guitar," and they're like, "Randy," I'm like, "How can you be an Ozzy Osbourne fan and not know who Randy Rhoads is?"
Yeah. Well, it's like some artists nowadays, since Eddie Van Halen died, now they're being disrespectful and saying what a piece of trash he was, and they didn't like him. He had no talent. I hate to say this. I mean, Eddie Van Halen did invent quite a few things, just like Jimi Hendrix invented the first left-handed guitar. And a lot of people try to say, what's so great about that? Try to be a lefty using a right-handed freaking instrument. Then you find out.
Stay blessed, Shift. Have a great day.
Yep. Have a good one, Shift. So Be Charmin is even going to educate you. So Black Sabbath was originally called the Polka Tulk Band, then Earth.
Oh, I did not know that. I didn't know that. Huh.
Yeah, I could see Ozzy in his younger days being in polka.
Anytime I hear about polka, it always reminds me of the Home Alone with John Candy, the band, or the Urkel on Family Matters.
Yeah, but let's see, all the musicians that we've had and the singers and performers that do not perform anymore. The only ones that I'm really sad about is Phil Collins. He's really very knowledgeable, intelligent person, very gifted in the music industry. And because of all of his things that have happened in the last 15 years, he's not performing no more. He's not even creating music. And if he does, it's probably going to be with his family only. And
Thank
the
you
other
for
one is Neil
mentioning.
Diamond because of his health problems. He does not perform anymore either. And he's a good performer. I saw him, and yeah, I can't remember that one movie they had the guy that was in American Pie. He would dress up like Neil Diamond and all that because it was a comedy movie. They tried to make it that Neil Diamond was the king of entertainment, which in some ways he
Oh,
was. But happened.
is it the one when they kidnapped that girl with Jack
Yeah,
Black in it?
yeah, I
I know what
can't think
you're
of.
talking about. I can't think of the name of it, but I know. Yeah, Neil Diamond was a
Oh,
guest
yeah,
star
Saving
in it.
Silverman. Now I thought about it. Saving Silverman. Yeah, but yeah, that's like one of the only ones next to Elvis that I would have spent 50 or more bucks to go see in a concert anywhere because he did put on a good show. I mean, and that's saying a lot because I grew up in the era with Tom Jones also, and I'm like, no, Tom Jones who?
I know who Tom Jones is. Tom Jones is, and speaking of Elvis, another the famous person passed away that same. I think it was the same month or a month before. It was Groucho Marx, but because Elvis was so huge at the time, his passing got swept under the rug by that.
Yeah. Wow, you got to see Ronnie James Dio as your first. That's sweet. I wish I could have seen him perform. I never did. And since we're talking about Ronnie James Dio, men, if you're listening, or ladies, remind your men to do their monthly testicle check. Yeah, they got to wash they got to wash them on Wednesdays anyway. So tell them to make sure they look for lumps and stuff.
I don't do that once a month. I do it twice a week, every week.
Yeah, you go blind and you keep playing with them like that. Just joking. But
Oh,
yeah,
no,
that's
don't
pretty.
do that. Jeez.
That Tom's leaving. It's like we talked about Tom Jones, and I kind of ragged on Tom Jones. Sorry, Tom. I wasn't talking about you, brother.
Have a great day, Tom. Stay warm.
Because yeah, the last time I saw Tom Jones, he was fighting aliens on what was that? Mars, not Mars Needs Women, Mars Attacks.
Yeah, it was with what's her name, Sarah Jessica Parker, and
Yep,
wasn't Michael J. Fox in that too?
yep. There was a lot of actors in there.
Oh, Pierce Brosnan
Exactly,
was in
Tom. You're
one.
supposed to check him every time you wash him. That bump could be an uh, ingrown hair if you shave them the wrong way. So just be careful. Hey, I'm just saying, you feel a lump. That's a preventative disease there, and that's the only reason I mentioned it because Ronnie James Dio, that's what he died from. So,
Yeah, I always check mine twice a week.
hey, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Decker. Well, enjoy the dentist there, Tom. And Sarah Jessica Parker wasn't in the Mars Attacks. Wasn't she at the dentist when she was in the movie before they turned her into a
Chihuahua.
yeah? I didn't want to say it, but she was wanting Taco Bell after that transformation. Yep. See, me charming knows. Knock 3 times. So, but yeah. So it's currently 36 degrees. It went up like 10 degrees. Woohoo! I don't know, but it's not unusual be in love with anyone. Da, 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 da. Hey, I know his songs because of the movies he was in. Just like Elvis. Every song that Elvis sang in the movies, I know because I used to watch the Elvis movies a lot. I like the
Lady
Elvis
D,
movies a whole lot better than the Annette Funicello ones.
Lady D says she'll be right back.
Yeah, that means I gotta hold off on any recalls that pop up.
The last movie I think in that Bunicello made that I saw it, well, I think it was Back to the Beach.
Yeah. Ooh, remind me the key word is raisins when Lady D gets back.
Raisins, okay, raisins.
Yeah, in case I forget. And let's see, B. Triman's most favorite Tom Jones song is "She's a Lady." Whoa, 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 she's a lady. Yeah, knock 3 times to Tony Orlando and Don.
Yeah, one of my favorite songs of his was the if I only knew. I think it was called. It was in the his album in the I think it was in the '90s. It was called The Lead and How to Swing It.
Okay, nope, never heard that one. But here's a shocking song that came out. It got so much radio play, and then the pastors started freaking protesting against it. They never banned it from radio, but the song was called "Afternoon Delight." Do you ever remember that one?
Yep.
Yeah. I was growing up. I think I was like 7 or 8 when that song came out, and I heard it on the radio. I didn't know what to talk about. I thought they were having lunch. I'd admit it now. I didn't know back then. I was a normal kid. I'd leave first thing when the crack of dawn on the weekends, and I wouldn't come back until the street lights were already on. I was too busy doing other things to worry about all this controversial music. Yep, Starland Vocal Band was the band. Yep. And the one song that was okay at first, and then it got on my nerves after the first week of hearing it, was Captain Tennille's Muskrat Love. I'm like, that just aggravated the you know what out of me. Yeah, I vote for Tracy. See, he thought it was ice cream for lunch for afternoon delight. Yeah, you see.
Yeah, I remember when you used to play that video of the I wrote a song, I wrote a song, I wrote a song.
Yeah, I got too many people in a certain country overseas, an Asian country, trying to say it was their song, which it wasn't. I had the copyright stuff, and I just got so much. I got so tired of fighting with YouTube on it, I stopped playing it so much. I don't even know if I have it on my playlist in here anymore. Are you talking about this one, Mike?
No, 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 no.
Yeah. I wrote a song.
Yeah,
Oh
YouTube. He requested it, so I had to play the beginning of it. And yes, I still have the freaking the
Lady D says
copyright to
no.
it.
Lady D says no. Lady D's back, and you told me to remind you about the raisins.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the story now because she took so long. Jeez, she probably had to wash her hands twice. I'm just joking. There's 2 states in the U.S. that have recalled raisins, and I'm trying to find the story so I can tell you which 2 states they are. But look at the FDA if you really want the answer now. So if you're a big raisin eater, yeah, 2 states. Your state may be one of the ones that's recalled the raisins. Why? I have no idea because I can't find the story right now. But it did flash across it about 2 minutes ago. So
Lady D says she came back to that she came back when you were playing that.
yeah. Here's a fun fact since B Charming's giving us educational stuff. Go to thegreatbigstory.com. Their headline is How Tootsie Rolls Saved Marines During the Korean War. Does anybody in chat know how Tootsie Rolls saved the Marines in the Korean War? I do, but I'm not going to tell you. You got to go to thegreatbigstory.com. Boy, you didn't know you come in today and you get homework, huh? And it just helps you stay in line to do your own research because we're not
well,
professional.
well, it's like in part two, Chef Boyardee before he was Chef Boyardee, he came over. His name was Antonio Boyardee, and his brother Mario. And they ended up and when he came and got the papers and that, they changed his name to Hector Boyardee, and they started a little out of the way restaurant and that, and everybody kept coming in and coming in the back and asking for the sauce because they liked it so much they wanted to take some home, and eventually they ended up starting to can the foods and distribute them, and then the one backer said you're going to have to change your name because they couldn't pronounce it, so that's why it's spelled Boyardee the way it is, and he helped a lot during part two by sending all that stuff over there, and the troops loved it so much when they came back they demanded it, and that's why it became so popular the way it is now.
Yeah. Okay, since y'all are on YouTube already, I'm going to suggest this site to go to because I go there and watch some interesting information sometimes. But the YouTube channel is Watch Mojo. It's on YouTube, and they have the 10 tragic scenes by actors who knew they were dying. One that I definitely knew about was the one where John Wayne knew he was going to pass away.
Yeah, that's because of that. Unfortunately, that movie they filmed that was the Genghis Khan movie, and that they had all that radiation there from that incident that happened, and all of them ended up getting sick from that.
Yeah. So they actually have a picture of Vincent Price on one of them. So Vincent Price knew he was going to pass away too on his
Yeah,
last
his
movie.
last movie was Edward Scissorhands. Lady, you ate too many what? The cancer chef Boyardee she says because they can have the uh I can't read rat poop on them.
Yeah. Yep. Be charming. You are correct. Nowadays, they don't give you Tootsie Rolls. They give you tampons. You got a bullet hole, stick the tampon in there, stop the bleeding. Yeah, another movie that caused a lot of freaking controversy was The Wizard of Oz. A lot of the actors, when they made that movie, ended up passing away afterwards because the chemicals that they got.
Yeah, because the Tin Man, unfortunately, the first Tin Man, he had to drop out and had replaced with the other actor because that the paint on him made him sick, and uh, what's the name? Judy Garland. They ended up saying that she was too heavy, and they gave her medication and had her actually smoking a few packs of cigarettes on set. Oh, it's the raisins. Okay, I got you, Lady D. Because there's actually I can't. You know the TV show with James Arnett and Festus and that, right?
Yeah, Gunsmoke.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that word. I don't want to get your channel in trouble. But there's actually an episode where that lady that played the Wicked Witch of the West in the Wizard of Oz was in there, and I've seen a lot of young stars in there. I've seen Nick Nolte. I've seen an extremely young Gary Busey in that. I mean, oh my god.
Yeah. I want to say Ron Howard was in one as a child also on Gunsmoke, if I remember correctly. And that was one of the reasons why he got the part for Andy Griffith.
Because the thing with me is when the 2020 thing happened, there was really nothing on. They weren't making new TV shows and that, so I went down this big rabbit hole of binge watching Little House on the Prairie and Gunsmoke.
Yeah. Should have been a cowboy. Yeah, Charles Bronson was in Gunsmoke too. I used to watch. I used to watch Gunsmoke, and then right after Gunsmoke, I watched High Chaparral. I don't know if many people ever watched that or not.
I've never seen that, but yeah, the Charles Bronson was in the I think it was the first season, and it was when they were still a half-hour show before they went to an hour show, and he was the bully guy that picked fights with people that he knew he could take, and yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm trying to remember that comedy show. I tried watching it as a kid. I just couldn't get into it. It's the one they had. What was that female that slapped a cop like 10 years ago?
Zaza Gabor.
Yeah, she was in a TV show. Green was it Green
Green,
Acres?
Green Acres, yeah.
Yeah, I could not get in that show. I tried and tried. But for some reason, I just couldn't watch that. Everybody else would watch it. But boy, freaking try to hog the TV when Hee Haw came on. Oh man, it'd be a blood war. I don't care what's happening. I don't care if the man's landing on the moon. I'm watching Hee Haw. Damn it. But yeah, let's see what else. Good Times. Yeah,
Yeah,
check.
like,
One show that should have made it, but the writers really sucked was What's Happening.
yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah, I couldn't watch MASH either. It was until like 10, 15 years later I started watching MASH, and it's like, oh, okay. But
Yeah, the season, the series finale is still one of the most watched season finales that's ever been on.
yeah, that's because everybody's happy that MASH was ending. I'm just joking. Sorry, I had to add that in there. Yeah, the Twilight Zone was awesome. I loved the Twilight Zone. And I tried watching Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, when she first came out, but I just couldn't get into that either. But yeah, I remember her on Gilligan's Island. I don't remember her on Bonanza though. But I didn't always watch.
Who's that?
Who was on it? Gabor.
Oh, oh, is chat still going? Because the last comment I have is the Lady D talking about the raisins. I might
Yep,
have to
10 to 12.
refresh.
Yeah,
Gonna have to refresh here.
yeah.
Let's get out of here and do this real quick.
And I will tell you right now, I was so pissed when they freaking remade Hawaii 5-0
Oh
because
yeah, yep.
the original, you couldn't beat the original, just like the Mod Squad. You could not beat the original. They made remakes out of them. I did not like the remakes. Yeah, I don't remember The Prisoner.
Okay, I got chat back here.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Beach Charmer's like, Bonanza was good till it wasn't. Yeah,
Yeah, that what was that guy's name? The heavy guy that was really, really popular. He ended up passing away in 1973, I think.
yeah. I know he was. He was real likable. But yeah, I don't really think Michael Landon was really fitted for that show. He was always like a too much of a goody two shoes in that show.
Yeah, he was good in the Little House on the Prairie,
Yeah,
and then he ended up doing the Highway to Heaven, and then he had his buddy from the Little House on the Prairie, Victor French, come in and be his sidekick buddy.
yeah, yeah. I think it was Dan Blocker, if I remember correctly. B. Charman, you may be correct on that one. Um, okay, I admit this is probably an embarrassing one, and somebody's gonna laugh. But I used to watch a show that had I can't remember the name of the show, but it had a butler named Frenchie, and they had two kids. I can't remember the kids' names, but the guy grew up and he did other shows, but the girl
Silver
ended up dying. Huh?
Silver Spoons.
No, this is way before Silver Show. This is like end of the 70s, early 80s. Yeah, Family Affair. There you go. Thank you, B. Was it Family Affair? Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking of the music for My Three Sons with Family Affair, but it's Family Affair. It was a single dad. He had a male butler named Frenchie. He had a beard and kind of big, and the two kids, and the kids always got in trouble.
You ever see that movie Without a Paddle?
Yes.
I always remember that one scene, and I always laugh at it every time I see it. This is when there's the bear. It's like, how are we going to outrun the bear? And the guy says, I don't have to outrun the bear. I just have to outrun you.
Yep. Jody, Buffy, and Sissy. Yep, there you go. Oh, that's right. They had an older sister too. I forgot about her. Damn, I feel bad now. But yeah, stuff like that.
One day at a time.
Yeah.
The
I used to watch,
Waltons.
what was the one? Here's a story, a lovely lady. I can't think of the name of the show, but
Brady Bunch.
yeah. They wrecked the show when it came out that the dad was gay. When that freaking broke, it just ruined that whole freaking TV show. I couldn't watch it anymore. It's just like, oh, what's that redheaded girl's name that did Herbie the Love Bug, the movie?
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, they've tried having her do movies sort of like Hallmark movies, where she falls in love and all this other stuff, but it's not Hallmark; it's some other freaking thing.
Lifetime
And I
movie.
can't watch those shows, knowing that she is a lesbian, and they're trying to convince me that she's falling in love with a guy in some other country. Yeah, no, sorry, ain't working. Ooh, the Wild West. Yeah, that was a good one. They used to come on Saturday afternoons before Roy Rogers for me. And then Will Smith ruined that. Wild Wild West.
And then Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie are making their another new TV show. I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want to watch any of that.
You too, Vote Pedro. Thanks for dropping by. You have a good day. Stay warm. Be safe on the roads, brother.
Have a great day. Vote for Pedro. Stay warm.
Yeah. See, and I could watch Married with Children, even knowing that Marcy was gay, because they came out and told you upfront about it. It wasn't like a big freaking deal about it. It was kind of hard to freaking believe that her and her husband are getting all wild and cozy and all that all the times in Married with Children. But there you go, BB. Bob Black Sheep. Yep. Pappy Boington. Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah, Lady D. When I found out about that too, that messed me up. I mean, I always
Lady,
remember him from the first Die Hard, which is a Christmas movie and an excellent movie. And what was I gonna? Oh yeah, The Family Matters. I'm gonna say if it wasn't for that Urkel, that show wouldn't have lasted as long as it did. I don't. That's my opinion on that.
yeah. Okay, Mike, this is one time you can make somebody else's voice and not get in trouble because, it doesn't matter what Paris Hilton thinks. She ain't going to watch this show anyway. And if she does, suck it up, Buttercup. Go ahead. Give us your best. That's hot from Paris Hilton.
That's hot. That's hot.
Okay, I think you're getting the giggle out of freaking Lady D on that one. Yeah. But I don't know. Okay, I'm going to tell you the truth right now. I used to hate the Jackson 5. When they first came out, I was just so sick of hearing them on the radio. It was on Bandstand, TV, everything. And the whole thing was, I just hated it because they just freaking flooded the whole market with it. Until I heard the song Ben in the movie Ben. And then I was like, oh, okay, they're not too bad.
That was a really good movie. They also made a remake of that. It was called Willard.
Yeah, I saw the Whaler one too. It was okay also. A little bit different, not too much, but definitely I like the movie Ben just because of Michael Jackson.
It is a nice song, and it's kind of a sad song too.
Yeah. But now knowing the history of, how they're treated and all the crap they had to go through, I felt bad for Michael Jackson quite a bit. I can understand why he had I can't really say warped, but yeah, I'm just going to say a warped sort of life because it wasn't normal compared to the rest of the society. But,
Yeah, because unfortunately they said that he did these things and that, and then Corey Feldman came out and Macaulay Culkin came out said that he never did any of that, and he hung out with them.
well, so I might have scared the longboarding mom away from the joke about blowing bubbles when we mentioned Bubbles, the monkey with Michael Jackson. Sorry, longboarding mom. It wasn't directed at you. It was just movies, and you're doing the bubble thing. Hey, sorry, But yeah, I don't think there's any living Munchkins anymore on the Willy Wonka, the
You
Oompa
mean Wizard of
Loompas.
Oz?
Yeah, the Wizard of Oz. I don't believe there's any of the Munchkins living anymore, and the
I
Oompa
think the
Loompas
last one
are the
passed.
same thing with Willy Wonka.
I think the last one passed. I think it was 2007. I think I'm not sure. And that the Oompa Loompas, I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah. So I'm like, man, because I know I saw the story of the female Oompa Loompa. I can't remember her name. The actress' name. She had passed away. She was in Britain when she passed away like 5 years ago.
They had a
All right, D.
female.
She's got to decaffeinate.
They had a female Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, you don't remember seeing There was like maybe 3 in the whole freaking movie, but there was
Wow.
one that had a actual speaking part. She said, I can't remember what she said. I'd have to look it up.
I'm
But
gonna have to go back and watch it. I don't ever remember seeing a female Oompa.
yeah, but she turned around and she passed away like 5 years ago. It was a big thing in Europe. So, but Europe's kind of weird to our standards, like we're weird to their standards. But they're just pissed off that we dumped all their tea and ridded ourselves from paying them taxes to them.
Yep.
And then they had to turn around and start giving their income tax to the king and queen so they could have a freaking king and queen in their monarchy. So I know that's what they're doing with our taxes. They're giving it to the king and queen. So don't tax us, just take it from them.
Yeah, it's weird. After she passed, they when he became king and that they were talking about that for about a month and that, and now it's not a peep of anything over there.
Yeah. And they can't keep a prime minister. I don't even know who the prime minister is now. They keep freaking changing it.
Because I know that lady stepped down.
So I don't know. We'll see how long that lasts. I think the grandson's going to end up being the king because once the king is gone, I don't think any of the sons going to be able to take over. Hold on, let me see if I want to buy added insurance. Yep. Ooh. Philippines been rocking lately. Let's see if they're no. Okay, they just had a 3.6, 7 kilometers down in Falls City, Washington. Oh, that was 3 days ago. Never mind. So why are you reporting on it now?
I can't read the whole thing of Lady D's comment. The heart's in the way.
Yeah, I'm coming back to the desk. Mike says, "What brand is that purple knife?" Oompa Loompa. Want to say purple?
Here, give me 1 second, Lady D. I'm gonna
You can
get it
open
up.
it up.
I'm gonna type it in chat for you. There you go, Lady D. It's a charade. I don't know if you'll be able to get one there because it's not a switchblade, but it has a magic assist on it. You can open it from the side or the top, which I showed you in the video, and it's got a lock on that. And I don't know if you all can see it when I twisted it around where it's purple, then it's got a green tint and a blue tint to it. You're welcome.
And for those that are really into Hollywood, I know we've been talking about Hollywood. The only reason I'm doing this is because I've been avoiding this story. Go check out CNN. They came out with a full list of Oscar nominees for 2025.
The last time I watched the Oscars, it was when Heath Ledger won it for The Dark Knight. I haven't watched them since.
Yeah. I haven't watched them in a long time. They tried making a big thing with Will Smith. He ended up doing some kind of award ceremony for some kind of freaking movie thing. It's like, why is he doing it? One. And of course, the only thing he talked about is like, it was so emotional. I played a slave and I really felt like I was one. And it's like, shut up.
Morning, Marshmallow Man. How you doing?
See, he didn't do any favors for the African American community about slavery, if anything, he hurt him with his speech due to the fact that he played a slave. Those are his words. And he got so emotional trying to put himself into that. if you watch the movie, I only watched the little trailer on it, and I'm not going to watch it. He had no acting ability in it, what I saw. And yeah, there's no way you can play a part of a slave and know what they went through. It was tremendous. It was terrible. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the slavery didn't happen. It did, just like the Holocaust happened. And it was terrible. But how could somebody now talk about it back then when they didn't experience it, and they didn't have nobody in their family living from that time.
That's
So
why I say, how can you say you were oppressed and everything in that? And that was back then. You didn't go through any of that.
yeah, I mean, I can go as far as I could be complaining about how the Hispanics got freaking treated. They got beat because they were wearing zoot suits. They're trying to look good in their own style, and they would get attacked. And it wasn't only the military, it's the civilians and everybody else. I treated them like crap. Now it's more recent than freaking slavery was. So think about it. But I don't do that because I've never owned a zoot suit, never wore a zoot suit. I didn't like the style. I liked the hats. I didn't like the suits.
And I always remember the zoot suits from those Tom and Jerry episodes.
Yep. And that's why I like the hats, because I like the way Tom and Jerry wore the hats. So Newsweek's reporting the time is running out for the real ID as TSA publishes final ruling on deadline. So if you don't have if you have a real ID or not by looking at your driver's license. You get your little star on your driver's license, well, then you get your little registered background check that you're safe and you're not a threat to ride an airplane.
Yeah, don't people have until May to get that? Isn't that the deadline?
Yeah. And I don't understand. I didn't even ask for mine. And when I renewed my driver's license the last time, they up and did it. So I'm like, okay, I'm good. I think they did it for all military, but to me, it didn't matter anyway because I could use my military ID to fly on the plane and don't need that real ID. So, but the crazy part is, in order to register on the VA website for our medical care, I got to go to the ID.gov website and register everything there to be able to get on the VA for my medical. And they say it's supposedly going to be more secure. Well, I don't know. Everything the government has done has been hacked. So how's it more secure? That's my
Yeah,
first and foremost question.
I personally think Coca-Cola should be in charge of all the security in that because they have that secret recipe and nobody's gotten to that yet. So
Yeah, I think that's why Mexico took over their plants and would have given back to Coca-Cola. They're hoping that the safe in there contained the recipe, and it didn't. And to this day, Mexico still has those Coca-Cola plants, just like Venezuela does. Coca-Cola has not been able to get them back. Think about it. Dun, dun, dun. But what's on your agenda for today, Mike? Because we're going to have to cut it off. We've gone over an hour and a half now.
later today, I'm probably gonna make another video outside and post that on my channel later and I gotta put those ingredients between now and hopefully tomorrow. I'm hoping to do it today on my community page for that pot pie recipe, and then I just gotta go wait for the trash to come and lock the garage up, and then I'm good for the day. How about you?
I don't know. I got to go take care of the doggies again. Really not in the mood to do it, but I'll do it this afternoon when it's a little warmer. When it's close to 50 degrees. I mean, they've only been alone for like 3 hours now, so it's not too bad. And they're pretty well. They don't get rambunctious and knock everything all over the place and all that. So But
Well, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Remember, tomorrow's Friday. You all
yep,
be safe.
yep,
You
and
all
we'll be.
stay warm, stay hydrated. Please drink your water. It's very important. And God bless every single one of you.
Yep, and I got a question for Marshmallow Man before I close out the show. Hey, Marshmallow Man, I've always wondered, since you're the Marshmallow Man, and Beach Herman likes to call you Puff for Stay Puff, um, which Ghostbuster movie do you like better, the original or do you like the remake with the ladies when they did the Stay Puff Man?
B. Charming says steamy eggs on toast.
Yeah, well, a lady likes the original. Yeah, I like the original too, but I was just wondering the Marshmallow Man. He is a different type of marshmallow being from Canada. He's like, Puff is a marshmallow. Okay, he likes the original. Okay, I always wondered. So, all right. See, you thought I was trying to throw a joke in there, and I wasn't. I was just wondering, you know.
Lady D's having yogurt with pineapple right now.
Dang. I may make some chicken a la king tonight. That did look good, the picture, and I haven't had that in a long time. So, but it won't be La Choi's because I can't find it here. I haven't looked for it, but I'm pretty sure I won't be able to find it. I think that's one of the brands that's mostly gone. Oh yeah, that recent one with the kids, the Frozen whatever, Frozen Empire or something. Yeah, it was okay. I finally got to watch it because it finally came out for free. I wasn't going to spend money on it, but yep, that's the one, Frozen Empire or something or another like that. But all right, y'all, just please hydrate, like Mike says. Be safe, be blessed, not stressed, as Shift Kicker would say. Check on your neighbors because one day you'll be like me or Mike and be that neighbor, and we want y'all to check on us. You know, you want to be checked on, don't you, Mike?
Yep.
Especially when there's snow on the ground and you're too old and you can't shovel no more. They come visit you, you hand them the shovel, say, hey, before we talk, I'll make some tea and you go shovel my driveway for me.
I'll do them better yet. I'll make a nice cup of chicken bouillon and an icy cold Dr. Pepper.
Yep. So as soon as everything's warms up for everybody, just a friendly advice. You've gone through the first two cold periods of winter. The third one is coming in February. You've been warned. You'll get more details next week when the numbers come out more updated, along with the jet stream to see which way it's going to go. But yeah, be ready. Start fixing stuff that you notice, like that window with the gap you kept feeling the air. Find a way to seal it. Yeah. Use some caulking or, plastic sheeting with duct tape, something. Keep the cold out. Stay warm. And remember, tell your loved ones you love them because you don't know what's going to happen in 5 minutes, 24 hours. Even if you're mad at them, freaking tell them you love them. You know you do deep down inside. You might not stand them, but you know you still love them. So, on that part, tomorrow's Friday, as Mike had reminded you. We'll have a new dinner with Mike B. He'll still be fasting according to his
No,
icon here.
that's still up there. Oh, geez.
Yeah. But, I'll just consider he's fasting because he's drinking the Sprite, but he's secretly drinking Dr. Pepper. And Dr. Pepper, if you need any people to do commercials for you, we do have Mike here. He's willing to be endorsed and paid by you to do commercials and endorse your product.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. And yeah, just check out his YouTube channel, Dr. Pepper, and you'll find his way to contact him. Otherwise, thanks for coming out for the best chat in the world and social media and everything else. And don't believe all the rumors. I stopped believing in The Simpsons. All the predictions aren't coming true no more. Wasn't Camilla supposed to freaking win? According to The Simpsons?
Yeah.
And they say, well, they had Lisa Simpson win the presidency. And did you see Camilla? She had the pearls and she had the same color outfit. Yeah. Do you think Camilla is smart enough to even freaking dress herself? Come
No.
on, you saw her. She had some freaking assistant freaking do it. And the assistant saw the Simpsons thing and said, you know what would be funny? I'll dress her up just like Lisa Simpson. And she'll be laughing all the way, thinking, oh, she looks so good and cute. And everybody else going, she thinks she's Lisa Simpson. What a dumbass. And as required by YouTube, I'm doing it at the end of the video instead, is all opinions and everything said or stated in this video broadcast is just our opinions. We aren't professionals, as you see on the little scrolling thing. Check with the experts in your field. And as far as you want to find out more about The Simpsons, well, I can't help you there because Hollywood is burning. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. And if things work out, we'll have Shift Kicker up here with us. So Mike will bring the Dr. Pepper, Shift will bring the intellectual side, and I'll just be here looking for recalls. Thanks, Mike, for coming up. Love you, brother. Have a good day.
Love you too. Have a great day, everyone.